What is up, my mate? Today I'm excited to bring you the annual 2024 DAW tier list. Stick with me till the end to see which tier your DAW falls into. So before we start ranking anything, it's only appropriate for me to run you through everything that we'll be discussing today. So I'll be basically ranking the DAWs that I have personally used in the past and the ones I'm still using to this day based on three factors, namely the learning curve or how easy it is to learn, the pricing, and the community or how many people are using it, and the resources that are available online. And this is going to be a very subjective video as the title of this video suggests, but I will try to be as objective as possible. So what have we got here? Contenders for today's clash are FL Studio from ImageLine, Live by Ableton, Logic Pro by Apple, and a bunch of others from their respective manufacturers. We have Cubase, Nuendo, Reaper, Studio One, Pro Tools, Reason, LMMS, and GarageBand, Soundtrap, etc. So without any further delay, let's dive in. First up, we have Reaper. Well, Reaper is a hell of a DAW, and no one can argue on that, right? Reaper is straight up NASA shit. The customization is just crazy, and once you install it, good luck figuring it out. The learning curve is just crazy steep. But if you can figure out how Reaper works and how to efficiently use it, you then become invincible. You can figure out any other DAW in a matter of like hours. Well, it's really hard to learn, and the community is also not that big, and very limited learning resources are available out there. But I think it's more than enough, and also it's not hard on your pocket. It's pretty much free. Even the paid version is also super cheap. It's like $60 or something. So that's a W right there. So I'll put it on B tier easily. I could have also put it on A depending on the day, but today I feel like a B. So yeah. Anyway, moving on, we have Ableton Live. The good thing about Ableton Live is its audio editing is unparalleled, and it's very easy to manipulate audio on live. The workflow is really smooth, and everything is in single screen, which many DAW lack. I feel like the stock sounds are okay. Some of the stock instruments are a bit mediocre, I feel like, but the audio effects are awesome in general. One thing I always hated Live for is its piano roll and mixer. I mean, look at this shit. Who wants to draw notes in this shit? It's ugly as fuck. But in their new update, they have added things like this transform and generate section, and these have made Live very likable, and the new mixer view is really good. I mean, now it's really good, and I really love Ableton Live. And also I'm doing most of my productions on Live these days. But my main complaints with Ableton are the learning curve and the pricing. I just hate the fact that how hard it is to learn as a beginner. And it just looks so bland, and shit just looks like a blank piece of paper. And it literally costs something about $700 now. So I literally had to save my 8 months of pocket money to get the premium version of it. But if you dedicate few weeks to it, it's not that hard to figure out its workflow. And apart from the pricing, I pretty much love it. And also I'm biased, obviously. So I'll put it on A tier easily. Next is Cubase. Well, Cubase, Studio One, and Nuendo are very similar, if not completely similar. These are some of the differences here on screen. I'm not gonna read these, but I have left the link to this page and you can check it out yourself. So I'll place it on B tier, Studio One on C tier, and Nuendo on fucking D tier for the fucking price of $1,000 and not having good enough video materials on YouTube. I've used them in the past, and I still have Cubase on my computer. And I use it time to time to make music, but it's not something I'm a big fan of. There are many things Cubase falls behind when compared to DAWs like Ableton and FL Studio, things like racks and stuff. And also the audio manipulation workflow is not that good, and you can't automate everything in Cubase, I've found. The MIDI tools are one of the best out there in my opinion, but some things are more work than in other DAWs. B tier is, I think, suits it. If I talk about Studio One is a bit new. The user base is really young, and they have a subscription-based model, which is the biggest L. I would have thrown out Studio One out of this tier list if it wasn't a new DAW compared to the others, just because it's a subscription-based DAW, But it's a good DAW overall, but I don't recommend it for beginners. Coming to Logic, it looks very similar to Reaper's interface, if you have noticed. It being a Mac-only software deducts significant amounts of points. The stock instruments and sounds are really good in Logic, best by far, but not all can afford a Mac device. It's very easy to learn, and there are only good things to talk about it, but except the interface, which is toy-like in my personal experience. And it being a Mac-only software is the biggest L, so B tier. Otherwise, I would have put it on A for sure. GarageBand is basically the starter version of Logic, so I don't consider free DAWs as professional really, and I advise everyone to go for fully professional DAWs. These are very limited and you can't really do much with them. So I'll put the free ones on D tier, LMMS and GarageBand and Soundtrap, and I don't take this seriously. Next we have Reason. Well, Reason is one of the best out there. The way Reason handles automation is superior, I feel like. It offers every tool you need to mess with audio waveforms such as stretching, pitch correction, comping, etc. And it's a complete package, I feel like. And the best thing about Reason is I think Reason just does not crash. I've never heard anyone complaining about it crashing mid-session. It is the most stable DAW on the market. And if you understand or enjoy modular synthesis and using control voltage, Reason is one of the best modular environments out there. My only complaint is it being a hard DAW to learn. It's really complicated and I don't recommend it for beginners. It also costs good enough. Keeping this two in mind, I'll put it on B tier. I have never used BandLab, so I know nothing about it. Moving on, we have Pro Tools. If there's anything I hate other than child trafficking, is Pro Tools, and I've got reasons for that. All right, hold on. Let me grab a paper. I have literally wrote down why I hate Pro Tools. First up is subscription-based model. That's the biggest L right there. If you want to make something MIDI based, all the best with that. I wish you luck. Hardware requirements are through the roof, and best of luck with learning it from scratch. And there are not even good instruments and tools for the price they charge. And the add-ons are fucking crazy. They literally will cost you a kidney. So you see, I've got reasons. So the lowest ranking for Pro Tools, I would have ranked it even lower, but we are limited with the tiers here. So yeah. So the lowest one for Pro Tools. Next up is FL Studio. Many still think of FL Studio as a toy. Even I did at a point, but now with the latest update, boy, they have stepped up their game. As of now, I feel like FL and Ableton are the undisputed DAWs in the market, and my only complaint with FL is the messy screen, way too many windows, and the stock sounds are very limited. But with FL Cloud, they have solved it recently. It's cheap, it offers lifetime free update, the support is really good, and there are lots of good learning materials. And it's also very intuitive, it's easiest to learn in my opinion. And of course, all might not like the DAW and its workflow, but no one can argue that it's the easiest to learn, And that's the only reason I'm ranking it higher than Ableton Live. If I take out the learning curve as a benchmark for this comparison, Ableton and FL would be looking eye to eye. So this is the list, and if you disagree with the rankings, come argue with me in the comments. Before you go, make sure you give this video a like or dislike if you didn't like the video, and subscribe for more videos. See you in another one. Take care.